What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be upgrading the front end on this Tundra. Let's get into it. Before we get any farther, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you want to help support the channel, I have members available for 99 cents a month. Help support me and making future content. Let's get on with the video. So here's where we are. I ordered a TRD Pro older version grill off of eBay, and unfortunately they sent me a gloss black version of the outer frame even though it was listed as matte black. And what I've started to do here is sand half of it. I have half of it sanded right here so that I can repaint it to matte black, which is what I'm aiming to do, is have everything up front matte black. So right now I'm going to finish sanding this thing, and I actually forgot I got some LED lights here that I added to the grill, which I'll show you guys later on in the video. But right now we're going to sand this black gloss outer frame to basically try to make it matte. I'm going to paint over it. I have several different kinds of paint I'm going to use, and just keep sanding it. I have 1,000 grit sandpaper there on an orbital sander, and I'm just going to finish doing this, and I will bring you guys back when I'm almost done. Just got done sanding it. I have actually wiped the entire thing down with alcohol. There are a few spots here that are still showing some gloss, but I think I'm going to call it good. I'm having a lot of trouble with dust particles, as you can see right here. Little like fuzz and stuff. I feel like this thing is going to be trouble. I have several other videos showing you guys how to paint stuff, so I'm not going to go into extreme detail here. I have 3 coats of black primer on this thing. I don't think I'm going to sand it. I think it's turned out okay, and I'm going to wait for this stuff to dry about 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to start spraying the matte black on it, and then continue that process with the clear after the matte has dried. I'll probably put several coats of matte on there and clear, but I'm gonna have to let this primer dry. I will bring you guys back for that when we're done, and I'll see you then. This is the 4th coat of black matte. As you can see, it looks kind of uneven because it's still drying. You have to put matte clear within an hour of spraying the matte black, so I'm probably gonna wait about 20 minutes or so and then spray this matte clear on. I just have the Rust-Oleum 2X matte clear that I'm going to be using. I'll probably do 2 or 3 coats of this stuff, but I will bring you guys back for that whenever I get done. Since I'm waiting for the matte to finish, I taped off these Toyota letters, and I'm going to actually sand them with about 1500 grit sandpaper and probably do 2 or 3 coats of primer, then several coats of blue metallic paint that I have that kind of matches the truck, and then I'm going to do some clear coat over that, the matte clear, and hopefully it'll match up pretty well. But I will bring you guys back when I do a couple coats of the primer for this and some of the clear coat for the surround. This is the first coat of gray primer for the letters. I'm probably going to end up doing 3 of them, and I did a couple coats of the clear for this surround over here. I'm going to let that dry and then get back to these letters. I ended up only doing 2 coats of the gray primer, and then I did 3 coats of the blue metallic and then 3 coats of the matte clear over these letters. I'm going to go ahead and let them dry for about 20 minutes or so before I start pulling the tape, because I don't want them to dry fully before the tape is pulled. That way you don't rip some of the paint off. I ended up doing 3 coats of matte clear on this hood surround here, and it's still drying. It's not perfect, but I do live on a dirt road, so I'm having some dust issues and particles floating around, plus it's pretty windy today. I think it's going to be okay. It looks like it's going to match pretty well with the hood bulge, and I'm not too worried about it. So I think what I'm going to do is let this cure for at least a day before I try to attach the actual grill section to this thing, at least a day. Hopefully I can wait longer, but I'm not sure if I'll have the patience for it. So I only waited about 5 minutes to actually start pulling the tape on this paint on these letters because it's so hot. They started drying way faster than I thought, and I'm glad I did because some of the paint started to peel as I was pulling the tape off. So I actually think it turned out really good. It looks really good. I think it's going to look great on the front of this grill once it's matched up with the black. I took one of the letters and matched it to the truck. It looks pretty good. It's not an exact match, but because it's not going to be right against the truck, I don't think anyone will notice. I think they're going to look really good on the front once everything's put together. It's the next morning. I couldn't wait. I put the letters on, and trust me, they look great. But up close, there's going to be a few issues here. The paint didn't pull correctly, so when you really get close, you can see some of the paint chips and kind of flaking a little bit. I'm really hoping they don't flake all the way, and we won't have any issues later down the road. But if they do, we'll solve them then. But really, for the most part, I think these things look amazing. As for the hood surround here, the grill surround, it's turned out okay. It's already covered in dust though. Like I said before, I live on a dirt road, so we get a lot of dust in here, especially in my garage. It kind of collects. But I think once this thing is washed off and sprayed down with some water, it's gonna look great. Especially once I put this grill actually in the surround, it's gonna look amazing. So surprisingly, I actually waited 2 days since recording that last video to take this grill out and get ready to put the new one in. I also got some last fit LED marker lights for the sides here. These lights, I didn't even know there were lights in there. I thought they were just reflectors, but I got some LEDs. Hopefully they look great once the truck's on and running. We did put the grill into the grill like surround, and I got it all mounted up and screwed in, and then we're going to work on these marker lights and how to run the wiring for them to this over here side of the truck where the battery and fuse box is. I'm going to try to run them through somewhere over here. That way the wire kind of tucks underneath. It goes through up to this battery area. There's actually a fuse box up here where I'm going to try to run the light wiring to. So I got the grill in, I got the marker lights kind of set to the side over there. I don't have all the wiring for it yet, but this is everything in, and I think it looks pretty dang good. Like I said before, it's still dusty, it's really dirty. There's so much dust on my dirt road here that it's just covered in stuff. It's gonna look great. I'm gonna have some B-roll shots here after a while once I get a couple more things ran and some wiring ran for these marker lights. I think it's gonna look pretty dang good. So first thing, you're gonna need some connectors and add a fuse, some wire, some adhesive, kind of double-sided tape, and obviously some electrical tape. And you're gonna need some connectors. You can either use these kinds, I don't have any left, or this solder kind that I'll have linked down below. I really actually like them, and if I don't have any wrapped up, I'll show you, but I'm pretty sure I wrapped all of them up in electrical tape. You just heat the shrink wrap, and there's some solder inside that really helps secure and connect the wires together. But let's go to the truck and show you exactly what I've done. So we're at the truck now, and if you was to just look in this truck, you probably wouldn't even notice the add a fuse that I've done. So there's a ground right here that I've tied into, and obviously when you pop the fuse lid here, the fuse box lid, you can see the add a fuse I've added. Now this fuse, what I've done is ran it down here through this box. There's actually punch outs every so often on the bottom. And if you're looking through the top, you can see them. You probably can't now because it's so dark in there. But I just ran that wire through, ran it underneath the fuse box down there. See if it'll focus. Through that, underneath that leg, up over here. The negative comes up the side to the ground right here. And then the wire is actually kind of hidden down there. You can see it right there, and it comes around, and there's an actual plug where you can disconnect it. It'll focus right there. And then the wire tucks up underneath over here to the, not sure how I had the orientation of this video, to the grill. Which the lights, all I did for the lights was this one, there's a wire ran, and this is lights tied into it, that light's tied into it, and that light's tied into it. It's just that 18 gauge wire that I have. I ran it this way and then glued it, hot glued it into this grill right in here because you can't see it from back there, and then ran it down here through and then out the side. And then obviously now it turns on, and I'll go ahead and show you guys some B-roll footage of the grill with the lights on. That's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you like this, let me know down below what you think. If you have any questions on how to do it, or you know what I've done, if I can answer anything, I will. I'll have links down in the description all below where I've got everything, the lights, the grill, everything that you can think of. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to help support the channel, I do have members, 99 cents a month. It just helps support me because I still don't make any money from YouTube. Don't have enough subscribers yet. Trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So please help me. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, really appreciate you. Shout out to my one member, Luke. Stuck around. He's been a member for like 6 months or 8 months now. Really appreciate you, dude. Keep on trucking. All right. I don't know why I said that. All right, guys. Have a good one. Have a nice day. Bye. I don't know what to say. Bye.